YouTube, what's good? What's good? It's been a minute. Today I want to talk about something that has probably been talked about before, obviously, but I want to share my experience with it because, yeah, just because. And yeah, I'm gonna do it while you guys watch me get destroyed in Black Ops 2 because I just suck. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about payment plans. My experience with payment plans. Yeah, I don't even know where to start, honestly. But the thing I will say straight out the gate is that it's very easy to get caught up into them. Like if you're not careful, like it's actually it can get real bad because you really only look at the numbers for face value, right? You know what I'm saying? You say, oh, this thing is $20 a month. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Oh, this thing's only $30 a month. And then you get that, and you only think about that price. You don't really think about actually paying for it during the long run. You could be paying something that's $30. You could be paying for something that's $30 a month for like 12 months. That's a year, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just draining you for a year. And you can forget about them payments too. You're not gonna remember, I promise you. If you do, props to you. But 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna. Okay, he's just better. You're not gonna remember about those payments, so they're just gonna come through and they're just gonna take your bank account. I don't get that. Okay. Anyways, she's gonna tank your bank account. Like, it was crazy. I remember when I was building. When I was building my PC, and I was upgrading it, because I had just turned like of age to be able to start the payment plans to like Amazon and like Affirm and shit. So I ain't gonna lie, I was just hitting that method over and over, and I'm just getting spawn camped, bro. But I was just hitting that method over and over, because honestly, it makes sense, right? It made sense at the time, right? I got my CPU, my GPU from that method, and like, I'm glad I did it, because you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like, I recover, but it was just a long time. It was just rough. Like, it was just rough. Like, my 5070, it was like a down payment of $240, and it was like $150 a month for like 5 months with Amazon, right? Through their own like payment plan system, and like, it was worth it, because now I have a 5070 and it's paid off and everything, but the credit card is like 90% of the way there paid off, but not fully, right? I'm still seeing some of the side effects. You know what I mean? It was like $150 a month, bro. I was all on my credit card too. I guess the idea was I put on my credit card and I could pay off everything over time, but then, I mean, obviously that wasn't the only payment plan I had going on. I had upgraded my RAM to 32 gigabytes. I had a whole bunch of other like random stuff, like my case and like a keyboard, and it's just all added up, man. So before I knew it, I was paying hundreds of dollars a month, and then it was just draining me. Like, it could get rough real quick. And I feel like that's something a lot of people gotta realize going into it, right? It could be a really bad idea, but there's also good sides to them. Okay. We just lost that, bro. Anyways, what was I saying? There's also a good side to it, right? Like, I've been hitting this method, right? If somewhere has a return policy, right? Or like, just really just Amazon, honestly. I don't even know where I'm getting shot from. Pardon my lack of skill or awareness. But with Amazon, you know what I'm saying, I guess or some try it out, and if it just sucks, right? If it just sucks, or it's just honestly doesn't end up being something I need or something like that, I could just return it, right? I could just return it. And the good thing about doing it with a firm or like a payment plan is that you don't have to, at least with a firm, 9 out of 10, you don't really have to pay anything up front. So you could try it out for a month for free. And if you decide that you want to keep it, you just pay. You just pay the payments, and you can even pay it off early too. So I guess it could be a good foot in the door for things. You just can't, you just really, I can't stress this enough, you just can't go crazy with it. You just can't. It could go south real quick. Right? You are gonna forget about the payments, and then you're gonna start stressing too, because you know you're gonna want to have money in your bank account if these payments ever hit. Because I never had to find out what happens if you miss payments, but I honestly don't wanna. Right? I don't think anyone wants to find out what happens if you miss payments. So yeah, like you're gonna be stressing. Oh, can I buy this? You know what I'm saying? How much money will I have left? Woody woody woo. It's just not the most fun thing in the world. Like you're just gonna have a weight on your shoulders, honestly. That just isn't fun to have. Like especially because I ended up like things, especially if you have a job where the income isn't stable per se. Like if you know at your job or like the company you work at, things start slowing down, so you start getting less hours. Right, your hours and your income are gonna go down, but your expenses are gonna stay the same. Which is why I figured out why it's good to have a savings. But I mean, yeah, you're gonna start getting, you know, screwed over. So there's that too. It's just really, if it gets out of hand, it's just not something you want. If I were to start over, what would I do? I don't know. This might be like irresponsible to say. Okay, this guy's. If I were to go back in time, would I have did all these payment plans? Honestly, maybe. If I'm being honest, maybe. I maybe wouldn't have went about it differently. I may have not have gotten like a 5070. Like I still needed a graphics card, but I may have gotten one that was less expensive, and I may have got less things, and I would have been chilling. But I mean, yeah. But like, especially for upgrading things too, you could get the thing with said payment plan, and then kind of just like, you know. Timeline is in jeopardy. I gotta get this guy. You could get the thing with the payment plan, sell your old thing, put that towards the payments or the down payment or whatever you need, and you could get you could get that product not only half price, but I mean, depending on the you know, place you get it with, it'll lower. It could significantly it can significantly reduce the payments depending on how their system works, which is good, right? So I mean, that could work sometimes too. But payment plans, they're good, they have their uses, Just don't get carried away. If you know what I'm saying, just don't get carried away. And make sure you really do some good calculations. Alright? Don't do too much. Maybe depending on like I'd have like a limit on how much a month I would want to allocate to payment plans, and then make sure the ones you start only add up to that and don't really go past it. But yes, 100%. Be mindful of, if you're gonna do multiple, be mindful of how much they will total up to a month, and be mindful, especially be mindful of how long you're gonna be paying for this for. Like, sometimes you gotta wonder if it's worth it. Like, is it worth paying for this CPU for a year, or this GPU for a year, or this phone for a year, or literally, or this pair of shoes for like 4 months. Like, there's some things that I just wouldn't even payment plan. Honestly, just aren't worth it. But I ain't gonna lie, sometimes you do be down bad. So one time, I know it's kind of embarrassing, but I will admit, one time I used Afterpay to get a Uber Eats gift card. Yeah, we don't talk about that one, but yeah, like, I don't know. Just don't go too crazy. You should be fine, honestly. Like, you want to make sure you have a cushion too, for if things go south, and the savings, of course. But other than that, you should be chilling. I'm looking at right now the new 5800X 3D 10th anniversary. Like, because obviously AM5 is just not even an option because of all the RAM prices and stuff right now. So, I mean, yeah, I might, you know what I'm saying, do a little affirm with that, and probably sell my 5700X to make up for some of it. I'm still debating though. Probably honestly isn't worth it for the gains I'll get, but I mean, the option's there. Probably not gonna end up doing it. Really just isn't worth it, but that could be something. Yeah, that's the thing, like, I'm trying to gauge how worth it is it. Right? When I work out the numbers, I gotta figure out, like, okay, how... I suck. I actually suck. When I work out the numbers, like, I gotta realize and really put into perspective, okay, how worth it is it for how much I'm gonna be paying for how long? Right? How worth it is it gonna be for, like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 more FPS? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'll show you about it. Yeah, I could have been in a much better spot financially had I not started this sheer amount of payment plans. Right? Like, I could have been in a much better spot financially. Honestly, my wealth just honestly just didn't grow. And it still isn't. I'm still recovering. Credit card and all this stuff, but you know, it's part of the learning experience. Like, people like me, we really only learn from getting screwed over, or just from learning things the hard way, right? So, some of you might watch this, right? It might go the same way. Because, I mean, I guess I knew too, right? And people told me, woody woody woo, you know, don't do this, don't do that. But I mean, it's kind of just tempting. I don't know, just too tempting. I would not have been able to afford that 5070 without the payment plan. I'm gonna be honest, it's true. Right? yeah, like I had so much payment plans going on. It was just ridiculous. I'm chill now. Like I have two. They only total up to like 30 a month, so that's fine. I could still pay them off early, and you know, if I need. But yeah, that's really about all I have to say. Just don't go crazy, and just be mindful. Don't get trapped in payment plans. It is not fun. I promise. It is not fun. It can get out of hand real quick. Anyways, y'all have a good day. Peace.